Life is not a straight path. It's a journey filled with turns, detours, and unexpected storms. Sometimes those storms knock us down so hard that we start believing we can get back up again. But remember this. Every fall you've ever had, every disappointment, every broken dream has not come to destroy you. It came to shape you, because inside every fall lies the seed of a greater rise. The truth is, nobody walks through life without falling. Not a single person who has ever succeeded got there without being tested, challenged, and knocked down. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's the foundation on which success is built. Nelson Mandela once said, "Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell and got back up again." Those words carry power. Because the measure of a person's strength is not how high they climb when life is easy, but how high they rise when life hits hard. You see, life will knock you down. Sometimes through failure, sometimes through loss, sometimes through people who leave when you need them the most. But in every moment of darkness, there's a quiet whisper voice that says, "Get up. Try again. This is not the end." And that voice is the voice of resilience. It's the voice that separates dreamers from doers, quitters from believers, the fallen from the risen. Let's talk about the fall. The moment everything breaks. The time when your plans crumble and all your efforts seem wasted. We all experience it. Maybe it's the job you lost, the exam you failed, the business that collapsed, or the relationship that shattered your heart. Falling is painful. It's messy, and sometimes it makes you question your worth. But have you ever stopped to ask why do we fall? Not as punishment, but as preparation. Falling is the universe's way of showing you what still needs to be built within you: your patience, your courage, your persistence, and your faith. Let me tell you a story. There was once a man named Thomas Edison. He tried thousands of times to create a working light bulb. After each failure, a reporter asked him, "Mr. Edison, how does it feel to fail so many times?" He smiled and said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps." That's the mindset of a person who understands the fall. He didn't see failure as defeat, he saw it as direction. Every great person you admire has fallen more than you can imagine. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company before he made a legendary comeback. They all had one thing in common. They rose after they fell. Falling is not a sign that you're weak. It's proof that you're trying, that you're pushing boundaries, that you're daring to chase something that matters. And yes, sometimes life will test you more than you think you can bear. But that's how strength is born. You cannot learn strength by watching others win. You learn strength when you're down, alone, broken, and you still whisper to yourself, "I will not give up." That's where transformation begins. Failure doesn't mean you're finished. It means you're being refined. Think of gold. It doesn't shine until it's tested in fire. And so are you. Your struggles aren't here to destroy you, they're here to purify you. Every fall reveals something about you. It shows you what's missing, what's unhealed, what still needs your attention. So don't run from your failures, face them. Because hidden inside every fall is the wisdom you need to rise stronger. Maybe right now you feel stuck, like the world has turned against you, like you've fallen so far that there's no way up. But listen carefully. The fall is not your ending. It's your awakening. You can rebuild. You can rise again. You can start over stronger, wiser, more determined than ever before. Every day you wake up is a chance to begin again, a new sunrise, a new opportunity to rise from the ashes. Because when you understand the fall, you no longer fear it. You begin to see that falling is simply the path that leads to becoming unstoppable. Every fall brings a question. Will you stay down or will you rise? Because life doesn't test your strength when everything is easy. It tests it when you have every reason to quit and you still choose to stand. In your darkest moments, the easiest choice is to give up. But the most powerful choice is to try again. To look at the broken pieces of your past and decide to rebuild. Because that's where true greatness begins. In the quiet decision to rise. When no one is watching. And everything inside you says, stay down. Let's talk about what it means to rise. It's not about pretending you're fine. It's not about ignoring your pain. It's about standing tall, even when your knees still tremble. It's about believing that the story isn't over, that there is still more inside you left to give. Take Abraham Lincoln, for example. Before he became one of the greatest leaders in history, he failed in business, lost several elections, and faced heartbreak after heartbreak. But he never gave up. Every failure became a stepping stone toward greatness. And when he finally rose, he changed the course of a nation. That's the power of getting back up. Because the truth is, you never really fail until you stop trying. Every time you rise, you prove something to the world, that your spirit is stronger than your circumstances. We live in a world that celebrates success but hides the struggle behind it. No one talks about the tears at midnight, the silent prayers, the lonely nights of doubt. But that's where the heroes are made. That's where the champions are born. In the dark, when no one is cheering for you and you still choose to keep going. So if you're watching this today and you feel like life has knocked the wind out of you, remember, the comeback is always stronger than the setback. Every step you take forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Courage isn't loud, it's quiet. It's that small whisper inside your heart that says, one more try. That's where strength lives. Not in perfection, but in perseverance. When you rise after a fall, you become unstoppable. Because pain can't break you anymore. Failure can't define you anymore. And doubt can't control you anymore. You've already faced the storm and you're still here. That's your power. That's your victory. Every rise makes you wiser. Every failure makes you stronger, and every scar becomes a symbol of survival. So don't hide your scars. Wear them like armor, because they tell the world, I fell, but I got back up. There's a force that fuels every comeback story. It's not luck, it's not chance, it's faith. Faith, the invisible strength that keeps you moving when logic says, give up. Faith is believing that there's a reason behind your pain, that your fall wasn't the end of the story, but the beginning of something new. It's trusting that even in your lowest moment, something greater is at work, guiding you, teaching you, preparing you. Every great dreamer carried faith in their heart. When no one else believed in them, faith whispered, keep going. Look at Oprah Winfrey, rejected, judged, and told she'd never make it. But she held on to faith in her purpose, faith in her vision, faith in her voice, and that faith built an empire of hope for millions. Faith and determination are like wings. Faith gives you vision. Determination gives you flight. When the two work together, you become unstoppable. Faith says, I can. Determination says, I will. Together they say, nothing can stop me. Sometimes faith is all you have. You don't see the light yet. You don't know when the pain will end. But you keep walking, because deep inside, you know your story isn't finished yet. That's what makes heroes, not the easy days. Not the victories that came fast, but the battles fought in silence with only faith and determination as your armor. You might not feel strong right now. You might feel tired, but remember this, every mountain is climbed one step at a time, and every sunrise begins in darkness. Hold on to your faith. Keep your determination alive, because the moment you stop believing, you stop becoming. Your faith is your anchor, your determination is your engine. Together, they will carry you through every storm. Even when life knocks you down again, you'll know exactly what to do. You'll rise. Because every time you rise after falling, you grow into someone the world can't break anymore. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content to fuel your journey. Thank you for watching. Rise up.